Now, one of nature's most amazing and some might say creepy events has begun in the United States. The emergence of billions of cicadas after 17 years underground. While above ground, they'll start singing to attract a mate and hang around for about 3 weeks, just long enough to reproduce.
Imagine stepping outside to a sound so loud, it's like standing in the front row of a rock concert. That's what millions are experiencing as billions of cicadas emerge after 17 years underground. It's a natural phenomenon that's both fascinating and, for some, a bit unsettling. But why now? And why so many? And could this event have been predicted? Two massive broods are converging, creating a symphony of noise in the Midwest and Southeast. Some wonder if there were signs, perhaps even warnings from ancient texts like the Bible. And what can we expect in the days to come as billions, maybe trillions, take to the skies? In today's episode, we will unravel the mystery of the cicadas and discover what impact they might have on our lives. This event, unseen for over 2 centuries, is causing a cacophony that reverberates across the Midwest and Southeast, leading some to call it a cicada apocalypse. The skies, once clear, are now teeming with these winged creatures. Their numbers are staggering, with estimates ranging into the billions. The sheer volume of their presence is enough to disorient the masses, with over 100 million individuals in bustling metropolises like New York and New Jersey bearing witness to this natural spectacle. As the days pass, the incessant drone of the cicadas grows louder, reaching decibel levels that skirt the threshold of human endurance. This auditory onslaught is not without consequence. Reports of distress flood emergency lines, with citizens mistaking the natural chorus for sirens or alarms. Amidst this chaos, a debate rages on. While many view this as a mere natural occurrence, others see a deeper meaning. Religious figures point to ancient texts, interpreting the cicada invasion as a harbinger of the end times. This perspective has gained traction, adding a layer of mysticism to the already surreal event. The life cycle of these insects is a marvel in itself. Having feasted on the sustenance provided by tree roots for nearly 2 decades, they now emerge to partake in a fleeting dance of life. Their time above ground is short-lived, dedicated solely to the purpose of reproduction. The song they sing, a siren's call to mate, will ultimately be their swan song. Once their eggs are laid, the cycle begins anew. The offspring will retreat to the earth, only to emerge years later and continue the legacy of their forebears. This cycle, while a wonder of nature, is not without its drawbacks. The feeding habits of the larvae pose a threat to vegetation, sparking concern among environmentalists and agriculturalists alike. As the nation grapples with this extraordinary event, discussions span the gamut from ecological impact to public health. The cicada song, while a natural part of their mating ritual, has become a source of anxiety for many. With the potential for hearing damage and psychological distress, authorities are on high alert. This challenges our understanding of the world around us and how we coexist with the myriad forms of life that share our planet. In a world where the line between myth and reality blurs, the emergence of cicadas after a 17-year hiatus has sparked a maelstrom of theories and prophecies. The first belief held by some religious leaders is that these insects herald the onset of death on a global scale. Drawing parallels to the pale horse and its rider named Death from the Book of Revelation, they suggest that this natural event could be a precursor to a devastating pandemic, one that could be carried by the smallest of creatures and claim countless lives. The second belief is rooted in historical plagues, likening the cicada emergence to the locust swarms of Moses' time. Proponents of this view fear that the cicadas could ravage crops and lead to widespread famine. They draw upon the image of locusts as a divine instrument of retribution, a punishment that once brought a mighty civilization to its knees through hunger. The third belief is perhaps the most ominous. It posits that the cicadas are not merely insects, but vessels for spiritual entities. According to this theory, The cicada's arrival is a sign of spiritual warfare, a battle between forces beyond our comprehension. This belief paints the cicadas as more than natural phenomena. They are the foot soldiers in an epic struggle that transcends the physical world. As for my honest opinion on these beliefs, it is important to approach such theories with a blend of open-mindedness and skepticism. While it is fascinating to explore the potential connections between ancient prophecies and modern-day events, one must also consider the scientific explanations behind such phenomena. The cicadas, with their lengthy underground development and synchronized emergence, are a marvel of nature's design, operating on a clockwork unseen in most other species. But that's nothing compared to the world we're about to reveal. Hit that subscribe button right now and keep watching to find out how this prophetic vision unfolds, how a new era of existence emerges from the text of Revelation to become a reality. The first belief, steeped in the apocalyptic imagery of the Book of Revelation, suggests that these insects are not mere harbingers of seasonal change, but of death itself. The theory draws a parallel to the pale horse whose rider is death, followed by Hades, and proposes that the cicadas could be the wild beasts mentioned, potentially spreading a deadly pandemic. The second belief harks back to the plagues of Egypt, where locusts decimated crops and brought famine. This view casts the cicadas as a modern-day equivalent, capable of destroying the food supply and leading to widespread starvation. The locusts of biblical times were seen as divine punishment, and the cicada's emergence is viewed through a similar lens, with fears that their larvae feeding on plant roots could trigger a crisis in the United States. These beliefs, while intriguing, are a blend of ancient texts and contemporary events, creating a story that captures the imagination. The cicadas, with their long gestation period and synchronized emergence, are indeed a natural wonder. They serve as a reminder of the cycles of life and the intricate workings of our ecosystem. However, it is essential to approach such theories with a critical eye. The cicada's impact on agriculture and human health, though a concern, is often exaggerated by fear and misunderstanding. Education and scientific understanding can help demystify their role in nature and mitigate the risks they pose. The belief among some is that these insects are not just a natural occurrence, but a sign of impending doom. They draw parallels to the pale horse of death from the Book of Revelation, suggesting that the cicadas could be the foretold wild beasts that bring about widespread mortality. However, I stand firm in the belief that cicadas, while they emerge in overwhelming numbers and with a song that fills the air, are not harbingers of disease. Scientifically, cicadas are known for their cyclical appearances and their distinctive mating calls, not as vectors of contagion. Unlike mosquitoes, cicadas do not feed on blood and thus do not transmit pathogens that cause human ailment. As we witness this event, let us do so with wonder and appreciation, not fear and trepidation. The cicadas, in their brief time above ground, remind us of the fleeting nature of life and the importance of understanding the world we share with countless other species. In a tale as old as time, the earth witnesses a spectacle that stirs the souls of many. These creatures, after a 17-year sojourn underground, ascend to the surface in a display that captures the imagination and fuels the fires of prophecy. From a scientific perspective, cicadas are fascinating insects. Their nymphs, which feed on the sap of tree roots, are not known to cause significant harm to mature plants or crops. This is in stark contrast to locusts, whose swarming behavior is notorious for devastating agriculture and leading to crises of food scarcity. The cicada's ascent is a natural cycle, recurring roughly every 2 decades. It is not a harbinger of agricultural doom, but rather a testament to the enduring rhythms of nature. To draw parallels between these insects and the biblical plagues of locusts is to misunderstand both the nature of cicadas and the intent of the scriptures. The plagues were unique, divine interventions meant to liberate the Israelites and showcase the power of the Almighty. They were not natural events, but supernatural signs, and to equate the two is to conflate the extraordinary with the ordinary. Moving to the third belief, the cicadas are cast in a role far removed from their earthly existence. In the book of Revelation, the sounding of the fifth trumpet heralds the arrival of locusts unlike any the world has seen. These are not mere insects, but symbols of divine judgment, equipped with the power to torment those not marked by God. The cicadas, though noisy, are harmless to humans and bear no resemblance to these prophetic creatures. The locusts of Revelation are part of a series of events that signify the Great Tribulation, a period of turmoil preceding the end times. The emergence of cicadas does not signal the start of this tribulation, nor does it coincide with the rise of an Antichrist figure. It is crucial to remain vigilant, not against the cicadas, but against the spread of fear and conspiracy that can cloud judgment and stir unrest. In the grand story of faith, the return of Jesus is a cornerstone, yet its timing remains a divine mystery. The focus, therefore, should be on salvation, the true key to triumph in the face of eschatological events. The reign of the Antichrist, as foretold, will be brief, and it will be followed by the triumphant return of Christ, who will vanquish evil and establish an eternal kingdom. This is the promise of a new heaven and a new earth, a future of hope and glory that transcends the fears of the present. As we ponder the cicada's song, let it be a reminder of life's fleeting nature and the importance of understanding the deeper truths that guide our existence. In the aftermath of chaos, a vision unfolds of a new world, a utopia untouched by the ravages of time and human frailty. This is a realm where eternal life flows like a river, where peace and joy are as abundant as the air its inhabitants breathe. Now, whatever you think about this, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like, and also subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content.